Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, please do not forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below about what we talk about in this video. Also, if you go down in the description below, there are some affiliate links. One of them is a DistroKid link, and if you are releasing any music at the moment or planning to this year, then there is a discount link down there and you can get 7% off when you sign up to DistroKid. So as you guys know, mainly my channel is focused around EVH, CHARVEL and Jackson guitars. There are some other great brands on my channel. Two Notes are on my channel regular, all their cabs, and the Capterex behind me I use a lot. Driftwood amps are on my channel a lot. This is the Mini Nightmare IR, absolutely love it. LEKAto wireless I use a hell of a lot. ML Sound Lab, I've done quite a lot of demos for those guys recently, so a big shout out to all those brands, but mainly it's about Jackson, EVH and CHARVEL on this channel, and I get asked tons of questions, but the question that keeps returning the most lately, especially this last couple of years, is Jackson X Series versus Jackson Pro Series. Now, as you guys know who hang around on my channel a lot, there's been plenty of X Series guitars on the channel, and there's also been plenty of Pro Series, and I've owned both. Now, this is a great question. Which should I buy? You know, should I buy the X Series? Should I buy the Pro Series? What are the pros and cons of both of these guitars? The Pro Series is obviously the more expensive one. You get more bells and whistles. The X Series one is a step up from the JS Series, which is the budget range, and the X Series, for me personally, out of all the Jackson ranges, is the one that is actually best value for money. So what we're going to talk about today mainly is the Jackson Soloist, the SL2s, because when people ask me about Jackson X Series versus Pro Series, usually they are referring to the Soloists. Now, I've had, I think, 3 Jackson Soloist Pro Series before on my channel, and I've had probably about 3 X Series 2. Now, recently, this guitar right here, this is a 2021 X Series Winter Camo Soloist, and this has appeared a hell of a lot on my channel, and I'm playing this guitar virtually daily at the moment. I am a huge fan of the X Series Soloists. So first of all, before we move on to discussing the X Series Soloist versus the Pro Series Soloist, what we have to do is look at the specs, because they are quite different. Obviously you get more bells and whistles on the Pro Series guitars, the Pro Series Soloists, than you do on the X Series Soloists. If you're looking at money and what you get for the money, in my opinion, the X Series you can't go wrong with. I am a massive fan of the X Series Soloists, and I think that for the money I prefer them. Anyhow, I'm going to tell you why now. So first of all, let's go through the Pro Series Soloist. I don't have a Pro Series Soloist at the moment to show you guys, but basically the body on a Pro Series Soloist is mahogany. You get a Floyd 1000 trem, you get Seymour Duncan usually distortion pickups in there, you have the piranha tooth inlays in there and an ebony board. The finish on the back, which is quite important on a Pro Series Soloist, it's kind of left lightly oiled, and then there's like a line there where the body finish starts, and it's quite a definite line. Obviously it has to be. You get binding on the neck and around the headstock, and sometimes you'll get a veneer on the front, a maple veneer on top of the mahogany body as well. I had the Winter Storm Pro Series Soloist. That was the last one that I had. It looked fantastic, it was great. I don't have that guitar anymore. This guitar right here that you can see is a loan guitar from Jackson that I can play for you guys and enjoy, and like I said, I've been playing it absolute tons. Let's go over the X Series model, which is this one here. This is a winter camo model. It's got some graphics on there. There is a satin model without the graphics on, with gold hardware as well. We're going to go over the specs now. So this is basswood body on the X Series, maple through neck. The fretboard is laurel. You get a Floyd Rose special trem here. This particular model has Jackson active pickups in, and obviously it has the winter camo finish, and it's through neck as all soloists are, but it's got this satin finish which, by the way, I absolutely love. I think that this is my favourite finish for the back of the neck, or at least it is at the moment. I'm really enjoying it. I find it really smooth and easy to play, and I really like it. On this model, you've got the typical Jackson shark tooth inlays there rather than the piranha ones. A lot of Jackson guys actually prefer the shark tooth inlays anyway because they're more traditional. Like I say, this one has active pickups, but some of them don't. Pickups in the plain satin black and gold hardware Soloist are actually Duncan designed pickups. Not tried them yet, would like to get my hands on that model actually, just to see what those pickups are like. So those are the spec differences on these guitars between the Pro Series Soloist and the X Series Soloist. Now let's talk about how I find them and what I truly think of them. I'm going to put this out there now. I actually think that I prefer the X Series Soloists. Now, price difference over here in the UK, you're looking at about, you know, what's it around in the shops at the moment, you're looking at about $460, give or take, depending on the model. I think the swirl model is a bit more. If you get an X Series with fancy graphics on, you're looking at $600, just above, but you can pick them up if you're looking for like just a plain satin model. You can pick an X Series up at about $450, $460, $470 area, so under $500. The Pro Series Soloist, on the other hand, can be $7, $8, $9, or even more, £100 over here in the UK in the shops. So there's quite a big difference there. But what you've got to weigh up is the difference better for you? I judge a guitar not really by it's what pickups you get, because pickups can be changed. I kind of judge it how the guitar feels, and for me the X Series, it's lighter because it's not got the mahogany body, it's basswood. It's got a bit, they seem to have a bit more of a high MIDI tone to them. Again, that's probably a result of the basswood bodies. Both models, by the way, the Pros and the X Series, are made in Indonesia, so you're not gaining anything, you know, if you are a bit of a snob that prefers a certain country over another, which probably we all do. You're not gaining anything by moving to the Pro Series that way. But yeah, for me personally, I love the X Series, and I think I actually prefer the X Series models. The Floyd Rose Special here, which is what all the people talk about, I've never had any trouble with any of the Floyd Rose Specials that are on the X Series guitars. They stay in tune, they do what they need to do. Yet they're not as heavy duty as the Floyd 1000s that are on the Pros, but they work fine for me. They do their actual job in terms of playing wise and staying in tune once you get them set up correctly. The other thing is the Laurel fretboard. I quite like the Laurel fretboards that are on here. It's another wood they use as well, I can't think what it is, but I think this one's Laurel. It's got a more grainy look to it than rosewood, but at a distance you wouldn't really know that it wasn't rosewood. It's a bit lighter, a bit more grainy. I quite like it. I've got used to it now. They're still binding around the neck on the X Series, by the way, on the headstock, so you're not going to lose that. Pickup wise, yeah, you get Seymour Duncan distortions in the Pros, and in the X Series you get Duncan designed or Jackson Actives. Love these Jackson Active pickups, by the way. I think they're great. So basically, yeah, I love the Jackson Active pickups in there in the X Series. I also have used the single coil Duncan design pickups, and I quite like those as well, so I'm assuming the humbuckers are pretty good too. You know, it comes down to personal taste, but the actual guitar itself, if you ignore all the hardware, the satin finish on these appeals to me more. I'm a big sucker for satin finishes on guitars, as you guys know. I really love the feel of the neck on the back, and the more you play it, the more it gets worn in, and the better that it actually feels really super slick. The body shape's the same, but yeah, I just want to clear it up with you guys and kind of make a video discussing this, because I've owned both and I think I prefer the X Series. I can't find anything wrong with it. If you really kind of don't want the Floyd Rose Special for whatever reason, and that's what's changing your mind, then depending on what country you are in, the Goto 1996T Trem is a pretty good replacement trem, and I think over here in the UK it's about 140, 148 last time I looked for one of those, so you could always just slip one of those in. There you go, that's my opinion on the X Series Soloist versus the Pro Series Soloists. Obviously the Pro Series Soloist is a higher spec, that's exactly what you're paying for. Quality wise and build quality wise, both from Indonesia, I don't see a massive difference. I had the red swirl, satin swirl X Series, and it played absolutely amazing. That is one of the best playable guitars that I've ever actually picked up. It really screamed to me to keep picking it up and playing it. Just love the damn thing. I love that guitar. I had to send it back. It was a loan guitar, demo guitar, but you know, I do regret not buying that guitar off Jackson for myself to keep. But every swirl's different, so I might not necessarily get that guitar again. And as you know, every single guitar is different off the production line. Some play better than others, some suit you better than others. It's just the way it is. So yeah, I should have kept that guitar. As regards to the Winter Storm Pro Series Soloist that I sold, a lot of people were going mad because a lot of people really loved that guitar. It did sound great. It sounded very dark, quite evil. There was no reason why I sold that guitar on other than that the year after all new models came out and I wanted some new guitars to play with. That was the absolute only reason. You know, there was absolutely nothing wrong with it. I offloaded that and a couple of Charvels, all fantastic guitars. Regret selling all three, but how many guitars does one need? That's the question. So yeah, for those of you guys that are stuck and don't know where to spend the extra cash on a Pro Series, I wouldn't worry too much because the X Series definitely will not let you down. I love them, and I think I actually prefer them simply because of the satin feel and how it runs straight through, you know, without the seam there. So thanks very much for watching. I hope that clears it up and answers the question that most of you ask me on a weekly basis. I get that question like every week, and especially since I started using this guitar a lot here and also the Red Swirl X Series, I'm getting this question about Pro versus X Series Soloist on a weekly basis from one person or another. But yeah, very happy to answer the question. I'm very honest here, and I'm not trying to sell more X Series to you guys or Pro Series because we're all different, but I'm just saying that I actually think that I prefer the X Series comfort wise, playability wise, and all of that. Yeah, so there we go. I guess if I was a salesman, I would be trying to push the Pro Series onto you guys, but that's not what I do. You know, I give my opinion and it's just my opinion. So yeah, love the X Series. I think I prefer it. It would be nice to have a Floyd 1000 on there and Duncan's in there, but you know, they're not going to do it for that price. So thanks for sticking around, thanks for listening, thanks for watching. If you've not subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you're going to buy anything, have a look through my links below. They're all affiliate links, and I probably get about 1p every time you guys use one of those links. So, you know, I'm going to be rich, obviously, from all these affiliate links if I carry on. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all soon.